Yay, so now we're recording. So okay, so you've got a really thick packet and a thin packet. We're going to work on the thin packet first. So this card is really cute because it has a little pocket, and so you can put a gift card in the pocket, or you could put a little bookmark, or maybe you put a little one of those Via coffee packets, or I don't know, there's something fun, I'm sure, that you can tuck in here. And it's pretty, it's pretty sizable. Like you can definitely get, you could put a Ghirardelli chocolate in there, whatever. So if you're going to give it to someone in person, it's really easy, to tuck something big in there. If you're not, then you could put a little, gift card or something. I think it's a really sweet way. And once you know how to do this, then it's going to be super easy for you to make lots of these if you want. So, and then I did put a piece of white on the back so that you can write a note. This dark blue is pretty dark. It's pretty hard to write on. So you would definitely want to do this. Now I've made some of these in other papers. And so I wanted to show you, just because it's important to know that you can do this with lots of different paper. So this is the one that I made, and I had a little like sample, and I had a little bookmark. And so this was like a fall paper. And then I also made one with like a foil paper. And then I also made one. This is the paper pumpkin that we got last month. So you see the general pattern. Like once you know how to make it, you could make it with a whole bunch of different paper, which is kind of fun. So, okay. So the way that you make this card is you've got a really pretty snowflake. Be careful with him. He's pretty delicate. And there's two sides to it. One side is kind of a matte, and one side is kind of shiny. It's like almost holographic. And we're going to want to have that shiny side up. So just set that aside. And then you've got your little banner piece, and we're going to stamp on that in a minute. And then you've got the basic pieces to your card. So you've got the white piece that'll go on the back, but let's focus on the front. So all we did was we made a regular card, right? And then I just trimmed half of the front off. So it's 2 3/4. And then I just used you could use scissors. I used a trimmer, a paper trimmer, but whatever you've got. And then you'll be able to close that up. So what I like is using paper that is continuous. So see how this paper was one big sheet. And that's what gives us such a cool look, is when our paper is continuous, right? Then it's like the tree just keeps going, right? And so I like pieces that have scenery on them for this because it's really cool. All right. So the bigger piece, I did use a 6x4 piece, and then I just cut it at 2.5. The bigger piece we're going to tuck on the inside. And that's kind of nice because then it goes below. And the little piece we're going to put on the front flap. So let's go ahead and glue our bigger piece on the inside first. So we're going to get our glue. And going to glue the bigger. And everybody's piece is a little different. Make sure you glue it on the right side, right way up, trees up. So everybody's will look a little bit different, but that's okay. Hey, Miss Martin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I had a little sniffle, so I didn't make it down to the center this week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that my packet is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can maybe Lynette can drop it in the mail or something.
Do you work? Yes. Here's another one.
So what we're making is we're making a card that has a little pocket in the front so that you can put a bookmark or a gift card or something. And so you've got your piece, you have a large, this is like a 6x4, right? And it's kind of continuous. And we're gonna glue this piece on the inside. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue the flap shut. Okay, but we're not gonna glue the top, remember, because we want it to be a pocket. So you're gonna put glue on the bottom and the side only. So just a little bit of glue on the bottom
I thought, yeah, this one goes on
and
here.
the side.
The inside of it. On the inside, that doesn't look right. I think it's the outside.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
this part will be down because this is the tree.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna put some glue. We've got our inside piece, and then we're gonna put a piece of glue on the bottom and the side. And we're gonna close that guy up. And then we're gonna put our little piece on the front. Once you know how to make this, it's super simple, but it looks super impressive, I think, to whoever gets it. And then you're just gonna wanna make sure when you put that on the outside that, you get it lined up, get the edges lined up. So then it looks like the trees just continue, right? And that's what we want. We want that to just continue.
Glue that, because yeah, they did glue.
Do any of those work, or they didn't bring them?
No, I gave you the one that was on this table. I have one that Maria lent me in the package, so that's the one I'm using.
Okay.
All right, so then we've got our snowflake, and we're just gonna put some glue on the back of the snowflake. I would recommend you just put some glue on the middle.
Yeah.
And that'll probably be enough to hold it down.
I can't see. I can't see.
This is just the one, and then this one goes on the outside.
I'm right, but where does it snow?
Oh, yeah, the snowflake, yeah, she's got hers right here in the corner. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a shiny side and a
Yeah.
non-shiny, so use whichever one, whatever side you think you like better.
Shiny side all the time. All right.
I'm
And
with you.
then I'm like a little bird, right? I need shiny things. And then we're gonna grab our Be Merry stamp out of our Banner Year stamp set.
Be merry.
Be Merry, yeah. And then if you have the Misty Moonlight marker, you could stamp this in black too, but I think everybody has the marker set. You're just gonna use the brush side and you're gonna put some ink on your stamp. And then, you can layer it on there pretty good. And then you're just gonna breathe on it. Right, keep it nice and moist. And then we're gonna stamp it on our little
Oh, it's
tag.
gotta be Mary in there.
Oh, it's where?
Yeah, it's gotta be Mary in the middle. It says be Mary. I did, right in the middle, Kathy. It says be Mary.
The two people that cannot see.
Did you find it? No?
Christmas wishes.
Right in the
Be
middle.
Mary.
There you go. I see it right in the middle.
I'm down. Yeah.
And then we're just gonna put, once you've got the Be Merry done, you're just gonna put a couple dimensionals on the back and stick it on the front.
I think she used the pencils, but I don't know, I don't like the pencils.
I use the marker.
Oh, you marker. What color did you use? Red?
No, the Misty Moonlight, the blue.
That's the one, yeah.
This one here? Yeah, and it looks real light. I don't think you'll be able to see it.
No, it's dark. Trust me, it works really well. I just did it.
That little white piece of paper.
It's in your.
Maybe it's in the other pack, because I don't have it in this pack. Is it this one from the other pack?
Yeah, this is amusing. All right, I'm gonna mute you guys. I think, Daniel. We'll see. But you should have a little tag in there. And remember, sometimes they fall out and you lose them.
Turn the paper around.
All right, so then you're just gonna glue the white piece on the back. And that'll just give you a nice space to write.
So Melissa, this card doesn't open.
It doesn't open
Okay.
because you're making a pocket on the front to stick a little like gift card in, right? So Marion, if you look at the screen,
Yeah.
so you can just do that. So you can put a gift mark, a bookmark, a little chocolate, whatever you want in the front, and then you're going to write your sentiment on the back. So, yep, we're gluing it shut. Well, not all the way shut. Make sure you leave the top open so you can get your gift in. So, because, I'm not saying I've done that, but I might have done that on one of them.
You've heard of people doing it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, darn. I was like, all right, I don't know how to fix that. So, yeah, so this one's sweet and simple. One of the reasons I like this card is that it's really flat. And so it's easy to mail. Like this is going to be an easy to mail card. The other card, not so easy to mail. So find a local friend for the other card. It's very, very thick. But this one is an easy mail card. So. Okay, so this is the first card, and then we're going to get our stuff out for the second card. I will unmute and check in with our friends at the center just to see how things are going. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. I can only ask to unmute. I can't actually unmute them, but let me know if you guys are with us or not. So, all right, I'm gonna move this one over here. I'll just kind of keep it in the corner. I'm trying to move it as far in the corner as possible. All right. So the second one. So I've done these before, but I haven't done them with you guys. And I got really excited because I forgot about them. So you're making a card out of a lunch bag, which seems crazy. I know. So the card we're making unfolds like this.
Oh, wow.
But if you
Okay.
flip the thing over, it's a lunch bag. So I've done this with the kids before and they really liked it. So this is definitely a fun one if you wanted to do it later. And what's cool is that it fits a hot cocoa packet. So everybody has a hot cocoa packet in there.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what adds all the bulk there, huh? So everybody got a hot cocoa packet, and you can stick your hot cocoa packet in there once we have it kind of done and built. This one is fun. I'm going to kind of lay it out so you can see it. So what happens is we have a piece that is over here, right? This is the side that is going to get, we can do either way, doesn't matter. Yes, this way. All right, so this is the bag, and there's a piece that has like a notch. We kind of want to be working on that side of the bag. So just find your bag, and you're going to have kind of the bottom of the bag here, and then you're going to have a little notch piece here. And this is the piece that we're working on. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the panels. We are going to glue this piece down, this little flappy. And so I'm going to kind of like lay them out so you can see them. So we've got our birch piece is going to go over here.
That birch paper is so cool.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
I wanted to use, I really like when I saw this, I was like, oh, we're using this. Everybody will like this. So I was really excited.
Yeah.
You could flip it over if you wanted, but why? Why would you flip it over? It's so pretty. And then everybody has a piece of green for the middle. You can decide, they're all different greens. So like, I don't know what everybody got, but you can, figure out what you like. And then everybody got a piece of red for the right. And again, you could decide, like you could say, oh no, I want to do plaid, or I want to do, snowflakes in the middle, or, whatever makes you happy. So you've got these pieces. So I just want you to kind of like lay out your pieces, see what you got. And then with the red, just, make sure that you can still fold it up when you put that piece on, right? That's the biggest important part, is that you want to make sure it still folds flat. So don't go too far over when you're doing it. And so I'm going to recommend you glue down the red piece. So we'll get our glue in here. Good. So my piece still folds. That's important. And then we're going to glue down our green in the middle. So
The red piece hanging over a little bit from the paper bag.
it's okay. I tried to make the measurements as best I could, but I also knew there was probably some manufacturing differences in each of the bags, right? Like they're not measuring their bags to the 1/8 of an inch as we are. So it's okay. It's okay. Yes, we're gonna accept that as a tolerable pain point. So,
Okay.
and if it really bugs you, you can always get your scissors in there and trim it later, so. And then we're gonna put our green piece down. Okay. All right, now this last flap, the front flap, we need to make sure that we glue this little piece. So just put some glue, like a strip, under here, so that you glue that flappy down. And then we're gonna put our birch paper on top, and it is gonna overlap, and that is, I designed it that way. So you'll see here, I'm going to flip it over. See how there's this much overlap? There's like probably a solid 1/2 inch overlap, and that's okay. I designed it that way. It's what makes it even. So it makes it like an even card size. So when you glue this piece, you're just going to make sure that you glue it so that it covers the front, right? But it will kind of hang over a little bit on the left. So I say fold it all together, get it kind of how you want it, and then, put that on there. Just don't put glue over on this left edge, right? Because it'll hang out and then it'll, get everywhere. So it might be easier to put the glue on the bag, maybe. We'll see. No, maybe not. It might be easier, but maybe not, to put the glue on the bag. Nope, not easier. So I'm just gonna try to eyeball it and see. So I just don't want glue over here. Okay. So I'll just kind of come in a little bit. So I'm trying to cover most of the bag, right? It's like, they'll know it's a paper bag, but we don't want them to know it's a paper bag. We want them to be surprised that it's a paper bag. So, all right. So once we've got our pieces down, Then we'll be able to decorate the inside and the outside. So you've got this really cute little piece with the trees on it that can go on the front. You've got this really cute little deer. I'm so glad Maria got the deer punch for the center. And then I pre-tied you a very teeny bow for your deer.
Thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much.
Yes, you're so welcome. If you untie it and to try to readjust it, it's your own fault, and good luck getting it back together. Because that's not going to happen. And then we can stamp our Christmas wishes in red. I did try the marker stamp technique on the little holly leaf. It looks okay. You could not stamp it. It's fine. You could put this like this. Maybe I'll do this one like this and give it a whirl, a different look. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
I
take
like
this.
the way that holly came out.
Yeah, do you like it? I
Yeah.
feel like if I get it really close to the camera, you can see it's a little like, it's not perfect, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. So, all right. So we'll stamp our Christmas wishes in red. And you guys have a real red from last fall. You have a little stamp spot. So hopefully you still have it. And you can stamp your Christmas wishes on that. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I was very excited about this paper, this birch paper, and I knew I've had this design in my head for a while for you guys. So with the Christmas wishes, you're just gonna stamp to the left on the little piece. And then you're going to use some scissors and just kind of make a little angle on the end. It's just for added interest. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. So I think this is going to be what I give the teachers at Marianne's school, because I think this is a really nice, it'll fit in their box really easy, and I can make a lot of them for relatively inexpensive. She has a lot of teachers in middle school. So I was like, oh, like with all the teachers and the teachers' aides and everything else, I was like, that's quite a few people that we're going to be gifting to. So, and I think they were very happy with their Halloween treats that they got. So, all right. So yeah, so we're going to glue the little tree piece just flat down on the front. So I've got my trees. I'm going to put that on there. I don't want to cover up too much of the pretty birch. And then I've got my deer, and we're just going to put a little bit of glue on him too. However that happens for you. All right.
The deer is absolutely adorable.
Isn't he cute? So
Yeah.
what was funny was, I have to show you guys this because you'll chuckle. Let me show you. Where'd that paper go? Where's the paper? Yeah. Where's the paper? Oh, here. So I had this great idea. There was this big sheet of deer. This is all the paper. There's this big sheet and it had all these deer. And then the punch, you can punch out the deer. I was like, oh, that's really cute. But then the deer only gets punched one way. So then you can only punch half the deer. And there's a way where you can like cut it out and twist it around. And I was like, oh, this is just a pain. I was like, I'm not doing this. And then I turned the paper over and it's the same class. I was like, well, I can punch like 5,000 deer out of the back.
Easy solution.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, okay. I was like, that is silly. And I'm just going to punch me a whole lot of deer out. So, and you definitely want your deer kind of jaunty. So don't have him flat, right? Stick him, he's kind of prancing. We need him prancing for sure. So, and then we'll stick our our little bow tie on him, because all deer have bow ties on, of course.
Are you doing that with dimensionals?
I did it with a glue dot. I think that's the easiest way to do it. You could put just a little ball of glue there, kind of like, put some adhesive and stick it on. I don't think dimensionals will work on that. But I am going to put the Christmas wishes up on dimensionals. So. All right. Now I'll give the holly another try. How does that sound? For, grins and giggles. We'll see if I can get it to stamp better. I tried to use the marker because I know you guys have the green marker. And so I was like, well, I'll limit myself. If I was using the stamp pad, it wouldn't be that bad, but the marker is a little tricky. So we'll see if we can get this to work a little better this time. The green's a really light color, so. Let's see. Yeah, definitely gonna have issues again, but that's okay. Meh, whatever. It's a handmade card, right? Like,
Exactly.
this is what I keep telling myself. We're at that point in the Christmas season when I'm making lots of cards and I'm like, it's gonna have to be good enough. Like,
So you did the holly with the green marker?
I did the holly with the green marker, and then I'm just gonna do the berries with my little red ink spot that you guys have. So it's not quite the same green color, but I figure it's close enough, right? So
Not the same as what?
this green is not this green, like they're not matchy, but we'll be fine. Again, it's a handmade gift, right? Like, you guys are, I always tell people, I'm like, you're lucky you're getting cards this year. Like, things got wild. So, and someone asked me, they said, does everyone get the same Christmas card? I'm like, oh, no, it's whatever we've got available. Like, it's very hodgepodgey.
So you're using separate holly?
There's the leaves, yeah. So there's like the holly leaves, and then there's the holly berries.
We have holly berries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you
little
have.
tiny ones.
Yeah, you've got 3 little holly berries and then the little holly leaves.
I see the berries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you really wanted to go wild, you could put a squirrel with a Santa hat on, but I tried that last year. It looked a little wild. So, and then the only other piece here is I pre-punched a little like kind of pull tab thing, but now you've got this real jaggedy looking edge. So if you want to get your scissors in here and kind of like, see if you can like maybe cut out a little bit more of this little, piece so that it doesn't look so brown paper baggy. You can do that. If you don't want to, that's fine too. It actually is kind of hard to get in here. And I'm, a lefty in a right-handed scissor world. So I don't know what I'm doing most of the time with scissors. So
Hopefully you're not running with them.
I try not to, but I've been known to. The only reason I kind of trimmed that away was so that it's easy for them to pull the hot cocoa in and out of that flap.
I love how the holly came out.
Good. Oh, it's so cute. Yours looks great. Oh,
I love how it came out. So do we glue that down or what do we do with that?
yes. Yeah. Just glue that down and it just gives you a place to write a note on the inside. I kind of figured that would be helpful. So So what do we think about my crazy paper lunch bag project?
Great.
Awesome. You know, every once in a while I have my moments. Luckily I saved them up and I shine for you guys. So. And then I know Maria and I talked about doing like some tags and some gift wrapping. I think things are probably better enough that I could come to the center and we could try to do that, but then I'll still make packets for those that, you know, want to do them on their own. I might just, because I can't teach in person and record, like it's not possible. I've tried that before. So I'll just do a little like pre-recorded video on the tags if you don't feel like you can come to the center. But I think things are getting better. I think we're close to stage 2 in Austin, and that's good. And I'm getting my booster this weekend and, you know, all the things, right? So, and I'll still wear a mask, of course, and, you know, do my utmost, but yeah, so we'll do tags and a little bit of gift wrapping stuff next month if you want to come, and if you want us to mail it to you, then we'll send you the tag, you know, the goodies to make the tags. So but yeah, this was a fun one. I think that this was a cute class. So we've got this one, and then we've got our cute little gift card or bookmark holder, which is really sweet. I think both of those are great. And I'm going to stop the recording and then stop recording.